seat. Ladies and gentlemen, it is about we the people, and a gentleman who knows very much about we the people. Indeed, he has been a supporter of the Liberty Day Institute for many years, and this year visited Ireland. Very passionate about that. Involved in my alma mater, Regis University, his own alma mater, where he's also been a professor in the past. He is the City Auditor of Denver, Dennis Gallagher. I think you might have a word of introduction for Dennis.
No Blarney Stone in here today, Dennis.
Mr. Dennis Gallagher.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Thank you, Dennis.
Thank you, Jimmy, and thank you, everybody. A joy to be here. And as Mr. Suthers was speaking earlier, he said that how we take our own rights for granted, and isn't that true? The very rumor that went through Central America that the United States was letting in young children to the United States to come from the countries where they're being tortured and persecuted. Thousands of young people were sent out by their parents to try to come to America. Not completely dissimilar from some of my own relatives who during the Irish famine were brought to the shores of County Cork, put on a boat and said, stick with this family. And many of the children they never heard from again. Many of them they did. And a lot of my ancestors came a little later, so we kept in touch. My mother still has 2 first cousins in County Cork. But it's that protection of the Constitution of the United States that makes us the envy of the world. And I think one of the major, I know we've got all these threats. We have all these threats from all the different groups that are trying to threaten the United States. But to me, and it's been spoken of many times, the threat to our system is the fact that younger people do not know what's in the Constitution and do not know what the system is all about. I think that's a major threat that we have to try to overcome. And I haven't been up here to the Capitol in a while, and I'm so glad that the new architecture has changed the direction of the cannons. When I was serving my 24 years in the legislature, those 2 cannons used to face directly at Denver City Hall. I always took objection to that. Now I'm pleased to see it's aimed over at the newspaper, and the other one is aimed at the courts, which is probably what the legislature had in mind anyway. But in order to, I'm not going to go on and on today, but I just want to remind you that every now and again they have to recycle copies of the Constitution and the statutes. And if you go around at the end of our rally here, if you just go around to that south entrance, and you go in and go through security, there are 4 dumpsters full of annotated copies of the U.S. and the Colorado Constitution. Do not let these be ground up for recycling. Take one back to a friend. Take one home with you. Take some back to a school where you might be able to actually have this put in a library with books. Wouldn't that be special? So it's a joy to be with you today. And I want to let you know that I don't think we should just be reading the Declaration of Independence on just the 4th of July. So I'm trying to work out a little fundraiser for Liberty Day at the Mercury Cafe, one of my favorite places. And we, maybe $5 a head, read your favorite grievance against King George. So we're going to have that event soon, and we'll let you know, and hope you'll all come. So joy to be with you today, and thanks for celebrating the Constitution. Let's not take it for granted.